So, Lil Durk laid another piece of pressure on Gunna's back. So, of course, in the last video, I spoke about how Lil Baby unfollowed Gunna on IG. Lil Durk recently dropped a snippet from one of his songs that he's dropping. I don't listen to Lil Durk. I don't know what the song is called, and I honestly don't care. But in the song, he said, what happened to Virgil, he probably gonna tell. Let's listen.
From BBL, what happened to Virgil, he probably gonna tell.
Now, what does he mean by that? Lil Durk and Gunna have a song called What Happened to Virgil. So, of course, Durk says, what happened to Virgil, he probably gonna tell. Basically indicating that Gunna's a rat. That Gunna's a snitch. Now, I've said this before. I'm not a street dude. I'm not a gang member. I find street shit and gang shit to be corny. It's not my thing. I don't care for it. But this is hip hop news and pop culture, so we're gonna talk about it. Shit ain't looking too good for Gunna. That's what I'm gonna say. Shit is not looking too good for Gunna. All the Gunna fans out there, y'all need to start the timer, bro, because the hip hop industry is slowly but surely turning on Gunna. Lil Baby unfollowed him. Lil Durk just dissed him. The industry is either A, going to split in half on Gunna or turn on Gunna. And the only voice that can truly save Gunna right now is Jeffrey, Young Thug. But Young Thug, understandably, has been extremely silent about anything pertaining to this case on Twitter. He has tweeted all type of bullshit. He's mentioned everything but this case, which is completely respectable and understandable given the circumstances. But yeah, the one person that can clear things up for Gunna is Jeffrey, and Jeffrey ain't been talking. So Gunna's in a tight spot right now. And like I said in the last video, Gunna is a rat. Gunna did tell. Gunna got in front of the judge, and when the judge asked him, do you have knowledge of crimes committed by YSL? He said yes. When the judge asked him, does YSL as a gang need to end? Gunna said yes. At some point, we gotta admit and acknowledge that Gunna is a snitch for all intents and purposes. And you know, despite that, and I despise gangs. I despise street culture. I despise gangs. But I'm going to play devil's advocate for YSL again. If I'm YSL, I'm keeping a distance from Gunna because Gunna took that plea. And the plea that Gunna took legally binds him to testify against YSL and King Slime, aka Young Thug, in the event that he is summoned to court. Now, Gunna can refuse, but if he refuses, he's going back to jail. The fact that you would even agree to a plea that legally binds you to testify against us, you took that plea for your own freedom, and that plea legally demands that you testify against YSL and Jeffrey? Bro, you basically are a snitch. You've put yourself in a position to snitch for the sake of your own personal freedom at the expense of everybody else. So understandably, Durk is calling Gunna a snitch in this song. And now we're going to see the hypocrisy of the industry, because people are now going to pick and choose and try to put a halt to, well, let's wait until Young Thug comes out and says this. Let's wait until Young Thug clarifies, or let's wait until Young Thug comes. Bro, Young Thug is not going to say nothing about this until he's sentenced or exonerated. He's more than likely not going to get exonerated. But anyways, when the verdict drops, guilty or not guilty, we'll more than likely hear something from Thug. And that's probably not going to happen for another year. So with that being said, it's going to be interesting to watch the hypocrisy of the hip hop industry and how they choose to handle the situation, because we're going to see all sorts of excuses start to pop up. We're going to see all sorts of hypocrisy. When 6ix9ine did it, people were very, very clear. But when Gunna does it, there's all this murky, shady, hypocritical, analysis of the situation. Well, maybe he's not a snitch. Let's wait till Young Thug says this or Young Thug says that. But at the same time, I can understand where people are coming from, right? People, the reason why people hate 6ix9ine isn't just because he's a snitch. 6ix9ine is a very antagonistic individual. He's like a villain. He is a villain. He's quite the antagonist. Gunna, not so much. Gunna's a very low-key kind of dude, sticks to himself, doesn't really bother anybody, stays out of trouble. Well, so we thought. So, you know, I understand why people dislike 6ix9ine more, but it's interesting to see the hypocrisy of the hip hop industry. It truly is. It truly is interesting to see. But Durk is standing 10 toes. Durk is saying, look, this nigga's a rat. This nigga's a snitch. He's a tattletale. And if y'all ain't gonna say nothing about him, I'ma say something. He probably gonna tell. Durk is coming out and saying it like, look, nigga, like that nigga's a rat. It's unfortunate that this is what we're talking about as black people today. We're talking about whether somebody's a rat or not, or snitch this and snitch that. But these are grown men who should be getting to the bag, getting to the money, staying out of trouble. But instead, we're sitting here arguing about rats. We're sitting here arguing about snitches, and we're sitting here looking at a RICO involving 2 dudes, well, 3, Yak Gotti, Gunna, and of course, Jeffrey, Young Thug. We're looking at a case involving 3 dudes who really have no business being involved in this bullshit. Young Thug, Gunna, and Yak Gotti, these niggas should be making money right now. These niggas shouldn't have RICOs. These niggas should be in the Four Seasons hotel with beautiful women surrounding them, smoking weed, drinking orange juice, eating good food, watching TV, watching YouTube, whatever they do. They should be enjoying themselves right now. Instead, Gunna is on probation or some shit like that, locked in the crib, don't want to come out in public. Focus calling him a rat. His career is about to be destroyed. Young Thug's career is over. He's probably about to be found, more than likely going to be found guilty. He's probably more than likely going to get life. Yak Gotti in there, he tied up in that bullshit too. These niggas really crashed out, bro. They had everything in front of them. All the blessings God could give you on this earth as a man. Fame, money, power, and women. The most important things that a man could acquire in this life. God allowed you to have that. And y'all still fucked it up. So with that being said, you know, it's unfortunate that we're not talking about that. We're talking about free YSL, free this, free that. But them niggas allegedly done killed people, bro. Y'all need to let these niggas face their actions, face the music, and truly be held accountable for what they've done. But instead we're sitting here watching people make excuses. It's unfortunate, you know, but it is what it is. Durk is calling out Gunna. Will the industry put their individual feelings aside and actually be quote unquote street or tough? We'll see. But I firmly believe that the industry will put its own interests first over YSL's interests and over the interests of the streets. Money talks. It's more lucrative to continue making music with Gunna than it is to not. But if it is officially agreed upon that Gunna is now a rat, it will no longer be financially lucrative to make money with Gunna. So they will all toss him aside. So we'll have to wait and see what happens to Gunna. He's in a precarious position right now. He's fucked right now. It's looking just about over for him. So we'll see what happens. It's sad that this is what we're talking about in 2023, but it is what it is. Like, comment, subscribe. I'm out.